part of it anyway. There's a lot to it. But it's trout opener here in Minnesota, so there's a lot of trout fishermen out here trying to catch fish. And just down here to try to sketch and capture a little bit of that and have some fun. It's a nice warm day out here, so
I'm looking downstream on the north bank of the Whitewater River, where it narrows through the state park. I've been working on an ink drawing for about an hour, and I'm just trying to add some final details. I think it makes sense when you're field sketching to just try some different things, or just any kind of sketching at all. Try using some different media like ink or graphite, watercolor, gouache, and even oil paints. I'm on a bridge near Chimney Rock where the Whitewater meanders through a small canyon. I've got some fly fishermen here that I can sketch, and of course the river itself is always a great subject. My aim here is to try to capture the essence of the people fishing. I'm not really aiming for a perfect rendering. For that, of course, I could just take out my phone and take a picture, and I'd have that forever. But the sketchbook is a captured set of memories, impressions. I want to be able to connect with the environment and the surroundings in a way that leaves not only a pictorial representation, but also an emotional connection. I find that when I practice field sketching or any kind of sketching, urban sketching, whatever it is, whatever I'm sketching, if I can connect with it, that's a much more visceral memory for me than looking at a photograph of a place. It's almost the difference between looking at a photograph with people that are in it that you love and just a photograph of something devoid of those people. As the day started to go by, I had a chance to talk to some people who were fishing or passing by and who had been fishing. And I think the vast majority of the people fly fishing on the Whitewater practice catch and release. So they catch the fish and they don't keep them for eating or cooking. They just release them back into the river, which helps stabilize the environment and keeps things going for others to fish as well. And it helps just all around with the health of this particular river. I find that most people who spend time in the outdoors have a really healthy respect for the environment and they try to treat it well.
Yeah, there was a pretty good sized trout for this area anyways in there. Oh, man. Got a perdigan on there, so it goes down really fast. Well, I might have to go up and see how those guys are doing. Yeah, I should have fished this instead of walking up. I didn't think it was that deep from that angle.
I've got my sketch easel set up and I'm looking upstream at some fishermen. Again, my intent here isn't to paint a hyper-realistic rendering of the scene, but rather to map out what I can see using watercolor to paint the big spaces and to get the impression of the place rather than a photograph. I think it's easy to forget that sometimes when people are trying to paint, and they're oftentimes plagued by the self-criticism that comes along with trying to make a perfect painting. I think you need to set yourself free a little bit when you're out there doing any kind of painting and or drawing or sketching for that matter. Just let yourself go and realize that it's not a masterwork that's going to hang in a museum, but rather an impression or a memory that you want to take with you. And it's enough to lay down lines and color that will trigger those memories for you, I find. I wanted to quickly mention that I am teaching classes over at Wet Paint. These are online, so anybody from wherever in the world can join them. I'm teaching both single sessions and a complete set of classes in a multi-session format. Again, they're online. Anybody can join. We've had lots of good feedback and success with the classes so far, so I hope you join us in learning the joy of field sketching. I'll leave a link in the description. After a long, cold winter, everything is springing back to life here in the Midwest. The trees are budding, the birds are singing, and even the geese have returned from wherever it is geese disappear to in the winter. Someplace south is what my guess is. Here's a look at some of the sketches I was able to do this weekend at Whitewater State Park in southern Minnesota. It's not far from the Iowa border, and it's got some great trout fishing if you're ever out this way. But it was fun to get out there and in decent weather, practice some of the sketching skills and being able to do stuff from life and in the field, and to be able to sketch some people in their element and enjoying themselves because they'd been cooped up all winter as well, many of them. And so getting out and doing some fishing is a real special time for people who live here, where the water is hard for 6 months of the year. And by hard, I mean it's frozen solid. Whether it's ink or graphite, watercolor or gouache, it's just good to be out in the field to do some sketching and to connect with nature. And no matter what medium you're using, you can always find ways to express yourself creatively when you're sketching. Try not to worry about whether the drawing or painting is good or bad. Leave those judgments to others. Instead, just try to find the joy and gratitude in being able to sketch from life. For owingsart.com, this has been Marty. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.